What's going on, guys? It's Frank with another CHOC tournament replay here. We've got the semifinals between Snoxtar, our blue Infernal, and msrm, our red Infernal, in a best of three, I believe, for the semis. Actually, no, I think it was best of five in the semis. Yeah. And it was best of three for the rest of the tournament. So the two Hexen do high-five each other through the middle of Broken Crown here before they get to each other's mains. They scout each other's production, what's building, what's not. But it looks like it's going to be more... Actually, no, it's not going to be mirrored. We do see a Clown Cave coming out of msrm here, but we don't see one out of Snoxtar. Oh, and it looks like, yeah, that first Brute turned into a couple of Fiends just to harass that Hexen out of there. But Snoxtar's Hexen staying out on the map. Oh, he wants to come down and snipe this, snipe the health camp. Now, can you do it with a Hexen that doesn't have all of its white health? No, yeah, you gotta micro back some of these Fiends, because that's so much of your DPS right there. I don't think I've seen this before. He is gonna be able to do it, but man, that Hexen's gonna be hurting. I'll be damned. Alright, I guess we have our answer. Alright, let's take a peek inside of msrm's base here. His Hexen's almost back up to full white health. Oh no, but he realizes a little bit too late that the health camp is gone. He is going to be retaking it with the Skull of Cheddar probably, but... Oh man, he's just... Snoxtar just being such a... I don't want to say greedy, but what a bully. He's like, yeah, you thought these creep camps were your lunch money? No, it's my lunch money. Get over here, nerd. Oof. Whoa! Yep, where's it going? Alright, lands on the Hexen. Doesn't necessarily do a whole lot of damage, but it is going to provide good vision of where msrm's units are. And he still manages to get away with all of his units and goes for another camp. Good for you, man. Good for you. Vision camp goes down. He's setting up a third behind all this too. Ritual chamber's all like it's on the way. I wouldn't say almost done. It's halfway done. But the third for msrm is done. A lot earlier than Snoxtar's is, surprisingly, but I don't know what you attribute that to. Yeah, Snoxtar just going ham and cheese on all the camps on the map here. That eco boost has got to feel really nice here. Building another... Oh, no, it's a meat farm. I thought it was going to be another production structure. Plague Axe is on the way. Oh, and this ritual chamber's so behind. Oh, no. Poor little Fellhog died of old age there. Rest in petrol, as the Brits say it. Another vision camp going down. Going down. Unbroken Crown. Deer. It just has armor, flavored armor. But they adjusted the move speed. Why is the move speed 0.94? What? What? Alright. That's funny. No, not the Fellhogs! Alright, meat farm goes down, and yeah, msrm's got to get home ASAFP, because his, yeah, this natural shrine, no, it's just going down. Snoxtar's going to take a lot of army damage, but he's okay with it. It's worth taking the shrine down. But actually, you know what? So he did take the shrine down, but it's not like there was that much lost mining. All that happens is msrm goes over and saturates his, well, what was his third. So the mining rate didn't actually stop there. Yeah, it sucks he's got to spend some more Luminite to rebuild that shrine, but no worries. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. Yep, shrine goes down. But the real question is, how saturated is Snoxtar's eco? Man, he's got a Hellforge and another vault coming online. Yep, 10 there, 10 there. 2 there. Yeah, so the eco disparity isn't that bad, but we'll see. Yeah, that's fine. Hellforge, nothing coming out of there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, this Harbinger getting a little bit too froggy, I think. And another shrine. Man, back-to-back shrines. Is this like a wall-off shrine? What am I looking at here? Alright, starting to see some T2 units coming out of MSRM here, but when are we going to see the armies actually clash? It seems like kind of what Artosis was talking about, I don't know, a month or two ago, where like the two armies are so focused on getting these camps on the periphery that they're not really forced into fighting one another. Now I remember in very early, oh, here they come, stompy boys. Okay, and it looks like Snoxtar is going to be saving his stomps for later. Doesn't use his initial stomp now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you want these Magnons capped up on white health as much as you can. There we go. Opens his aperture up so he can go defend his own third a lot faster, which is good because I think he knows that Snoxtar's kind of, I don't want to say like super far ahead because their supply counts are really even, but he's definitely been more active out on the map. Now, whether or not the extra resources that Snoxtar's been getting has just been to like get earlier research done or to get more production structures up, honestly couldn't wait, why is he building another Hellforge? Can't you just click R and you know like what tech structures you have available? I think you can, yeah. Well, he's building another tech structure anyway. Alright, come on. Oh, he's got a Harbinger of his own. It's like, I want one too. But it's loaded up with... Okay, I actually really like Magmadon drops in a tactical situation where it's not a backdoor, necessarily. It's more of a... Oh! So many gaunts lining up right in the face of... Okay, that's a good night... Or, yeah, Nightfall. There we go. And this is what I'm talking about. The backline drops. Where, like, if you drop a couple of Magmadons in the backline to catch any retreating army, it looks so good. And it's a great way to, like, get a lot of really good connections as well. But now all this army that... Well, wait, what happened to all these gaunts? Oh, man. No, that's not looking great for MSRM. Or is it? Wait, or is it? No, there's Snoxtar's got gaunts firing from the high ground. But the Magmadons actually are going to win. Never mind, I take it all back. I was wrong. Caster was incorrect with the information that he posited. Check that out. Oh, nice Nightfall Infestation. Well, it catches a single Hellborn, but they're so slow, they're kind of dead. It's just, that's the way it is. I would almost say that, like, it might almost be worth building a Harbinger just to keep Hellborn safe, just because they're so expensive. Speaking of Harbingers, here it comes Snoxtars. I don't know that it's going to be able to do much besides provide some Shroud. Oh no, you gotta cancel it! Alright, yeah, down goes all this. Yeah, Snoxtar looking for another base here, looking for the 4th, I guess, but Snoxtar's already up on a 5th here with at the double Therium. Man, that's spicy, spicy catch. Shadow Cleft, a couple of Twilights coming down. All good in the neighborhood. I really wish we could see what tech has already been researched. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a fancy UI thing. Here we go. Yeah, this is the tier 3 Brute upgrade. So Brutes move 25% faster, and they get another feed that pops out when they die, which seems just so good. There we go. Turns around. And I think I don't know if Magmadons gain resilient when they're stomping, but it seemed like that Nightfall Infestation didn't stop that Magmadon as it was stomping around. One Magmadon does manage to make it all the way back into the natural of MSRM here, but Snoxtar is going to be taking his time with the rest of his force. That one lone Magmadon does go down finally. Man, these seems like these Hellborn just barely tickle Magmadons now. And Snoxtar turns around and goes home. He's like, you know what? I've already done quite a bit of damage. I'm going to go home. I'm going to keep on harvesting these. Ooh, he's got the dragon out too. Big bad Dargon. You know what I never noticed actually is the little green trails that are coming off the dragon's wings. That looks sick. That looks sick. Anyway, enough of me like just drooling over the graphics in this game. Oh man, it looks so good. Okay, so what does msrm do now? He's down not quite 100 supply, but very nearly 100 supply. And I think he's just dead. There's enough tanky units that like msrm can't build like good anti-tank. There's enough small units that if he just builds AoE, like, yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah, this is just over. It's just over. Hellborn are getting great shots off on all the structures, which they are basically purpose built to do, delete structures. Those Hellborn though going on a vacation, and msrm GG's. That'll be Snoxtar up 1-0 in this best of 5. Best of 5. Yes. Say it confidently, Frank. Hey guys, it's Frank with game number 2 in the semifinals for the CHOC charity tournament. By the way, if you guys are catching this on YouTube or even live on stream, actually, go do _donate or just like Google the CHOC charity streams. And if you've got a little bit of change jingling around in your pocket, donating to a children's hospital is pretty high up on the list of like things you could do to feel like a good person. So give them a look. Even if you don't buy the little teddy bear through the Steam store, I think if you donate directly through their website, Steam doesn't take 30%. Granted, you don't get the pet that way, but it's still very much a worthy cause to donate to. So go check it out. That was the whole point of the tournament anyway. I know more Stormgate, more better has always been my motto, but it's for a pretty important cause. So go check it out when you get the chance. Anyway, back to the game now. We've got msrm, Blue Infernal, versus Snoxtar, our Red Infernal. And Snoxtar hasn't built a whole lot. He did win last match, but despite that, he seems to be... I mean, alright, yeah, 1 Conclave, 1 Vault. That's fine. Maybe it just looks... It just looks like there's less. Oh, he's not going for his pocket third yet. That's the difference between msrm and Snoxtar. msrm is going to get his pocket third up and running here pretty soon, but I don't think it's even possible for him to saturate his natural before that third finishes up. I always get a little bit of an eye twitch when I see another base going up before like this one is finished, because it's just like, I don't want to say it's lost mining time, but it's like it's inefficient, I guess. Whoa. Do you want your Gaunts tanking all that damage? I don't think so. There we go. Do a little bit of micro magic. Oh, there we go. Whoa, what is this? What is this vault? And what is this little, like, crescent path here through the light forestation? That's interesting. Anyway, Snoxtar gets his health camp, easy, breezy, beautiful, clever girl, and msrm does the same. But it looks like msrm already mined through the trees over here, right next to the Ethereum. So what I typically do is I won't put a production structure in there just because, like, maybe I'm overly cautious with where I put my production structures, but I always put a meat farm right here where I know, like, they'll want to attack. Just because a meat farm, like, if a meat farm goes down, it's like, okay, I can always build another meat farm. It's not that big of a deal. The Fell Hogs can do, like, minor damage, and they can kind of mess with, like, a move type things where, like, the opponent units will get caught up trying to fight the Fell Hogs instead of, like, killing off the structure and give me enough time to reinforce and go back. Now, I say that, as if I'm good at the game, and I'm not. But that's what makes sense in my tiny little chicken brain. Alright, looks like MSRM's got his Magmadon out first. And he should be able to defend it here pretty soon. Oh wait, did he eat? He must have eaten a Fiend to regain all that white health back. So he's strong. Oh, and Snoxtar GG's out. Alright, I guess that's going to tie up the series. On to game number 3. Alright guys, here we are in game 3 between Snoxtar and MSRM in the semis of the CHOC tournament, CHOC charity tournament. If you haven't yet, go check out the donation link. You know, actually, I need to throw a donation link in the YouTube video. Yeah, go check out the donation link. You can get the where's the bear? I don't think either of them have the bear cosmetic equipped, but you can buy a bear cosmetic through Stormgate, and it's a fun little pet that you can have outside of your main. But to be honest, if you want like to make more of an impact with the charity itself, I would say just go directly to the donation link, because that way Steam isn't going to take its 30% cut, which is pretty brutal, especially if you want to do good in the world. So yeah, go check out the donation link. Oh, oh. Oh, no, yeah, these imps need to figure out what they're doing with their life. They need to contribute in some way. The Hexen goes down for MSRM. No! What a disaster-tastrophe. And Snoxtar can get out of there and feel good doing it. He's basically got all the camps on the map to himself for a while. The amount of scaling, the amount of snowballing that happens once you get a couple of fiends is pretty good, but there's just no way for MSRM to make more fiends now outside of like splitting a brute. He's gonna have to pay for, yeah, there's no infestation potential right now, and not for a while, to be honest. Like, yeah, this shrine's not going up to tier 2 anytime soon. We're not gonna be seeing the ritual chamber anytime soon. Ooh, lordy, Snoxtar, that was a grab. And yeah, like I said, Snoxtar's gonna be coming on through and taking every single camp. Might as well get all the ones on MSRM's side of the map too, because he knows that MSRM's army isn't going to be scaling up as nearly as quickly as his is. Oh, but here's the issue. Here comes the issue. Oh! So I guess they get to split the rewards for this creep camp. MSRM coming forward with a couple of gaunts that are actually like, this force actually is pretty intimidating, even if he doesn't have a Hexen nearby. Oh, but he throws down a... Ooh. I thought that was going to be a meat farm when I saw a structure on the minimap, but it looks like it's going to be a vault. Okay, he does get it right as he steps out. You know what the iron vaults need, though? They need like a blue coat of paint with a little yellow stripe down the middle, and a little guy out front holding his thumb up. And everything that comes out of there needs to be Fallout themed, and you can call them Vault Dwellers. Little Stormgate Fallout collab, I think that'd be kind of cool. And actually, it might actually kind of fit with some of the scavengers too. Snoxtar coming on by, ignoring the cabbage, even though he's got a super low brute there. Get the cabbage. Get the cabbage. Oh no, but no time for cabbages. His meat farm's under attack. Snoxtar rushing on back to prevent his meat from getting destroyed, but down it goes. And we're going to see a lot of, neither of them, I think, have... Okay, Plague Axes just finishes up for Snoxtar. And I think, yeah, MSRM has no chance. Yeah, he's got to dodge that Nightfall Infestation, and he does, but turning around and kiting all this army just isn't going to happen. Yep. Yeah, I actually don't mind the fact that it's green blood coming out of the Infernals. Now, green blood coming out of the Vanguard, I don't think I'm okay with, but I do actually kind of like the new effect of these of the axes for the gaunts. Little fiery axes. Yeah. All right, Snoxtar gets the Luminite in the center as well. Yeah, msrm's in a spot of trouble here. Yeah, chilling on top of his own shroud, generating that white health is the way to do it. And he can't, like, he's not even missing that much like core health that he can go and chill on top of his health camp and get more value back that way. He's just got a low supply count. That's all there is to it. There's no way to cushion that fact. Ooh, yeah, these gaunts can't be taking damage though. But is he having plague axes anytime soon? Oh no, his greater shrine is still coming up. There we go. Nope. Alright, yeah, now it's time for msrm to be worried. I don't think he's got much that'll stop 2 Magmadons. And that's even after this, the big ball of Snoxtar has gotten softened up by a Therium camp. I still don't think that's something that msrm wants to take right now. Yeah, he's literally all got tier 1 units. No, he's got a couple of Hellborn. Never mind. And these, I love it when people use these meat farms as static D. Not necessarily because, like, they're effective at all, because they're not, but there's a lot to be said for the overkill potential, the value that you can get from your own units getting overkilled, like the Felhogs. The Felhogs are absolutely free, and if there's a Hellborn shot that lands on that, it's better that it lands on a Felhog than, or like if a Magmadon starts attacking a Felhog instead of literally any other army unit. Like, that's a lot of damage that's wasted on a unit that was free that really doesn't pose that much of a threat, but because it does damage and because it's out on the field, it does get a target priority. Man, Snoxtar going up to his 4th? Yeah, going up to his 4th. Uh-oh. Oh, how many? I don't see any graves out here. So it might have been, yeah, this Harbinger might have just gotten tickled by the Hellborn and then decides to leave. Oh, or does it decide to leave? Looks like it's going to be going around back for a drop in the main. Yeah, and there's no static D here. I always try to build at least one meat farm, like, next to each of these supplies. Just because, exactly for these reasons. Like, have it be something that the gods have to focus on while you evacuate your imps and send reinforcements back up for. But yeah, he's got the drop in the main while there's a fight going on right outside of the natural, and I think this is going to be game-ending damage here pretty soon. Yeah, so many gaunts getting so many good hits off here. Yeah, they cleaned up the entire Therium line. All right, they all hop inside of the Harbinger and teleport home. Turn 360 degrees and walk out the store. That was a fantastic attack by Snoxtar. And now msrm's, yeah, the supply disparity is... Actually, no, the supply disparity is just fine, honestly. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, to be honest. I thought msrm was going to be really struggling there for a second, having to split his army between defending the back door in the main and what he had to do there for the natural. Alright, level 3 camp. Ooh boy. These are not fun to take. Bonk, 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 bonk. The stuns do help though. And offsetting the Magmadon stomps has got to help as well. Just because I think you could stun lock an enemy if you have like 3 Magmadons that are stomping at the right, if they're properly synchronized. Wait, does msrm still not have plague axes? No. He still doesn't have plague axes. No! msrm, you need, like, I would think you need that. Plague axe is not optional in my mind. like the fiends, generating fiends in the middle of a fight just to like soak up damage or do just a couple extra hits of damage is, and it's, I mean, it's basically for free, right? There we go. Magmadon stomping on through. Got to get through that Light Forestation. Doesn't quite get through the Light Forestation before his stomp runs out. Oh, here we go. Dropping Magmadons in the back line just to cut off the retreat. Is he going to be able to do it? Come on, Harbinger. Yeah, there you go. Now you start your stomp. There you go. Plug the block any possibility of a retreat there. Now MSRM's down by about 40-ish, 50-ish supply. Yeah, what do you do? What do you do now as MSRM? You don't want to like just rally into the meat grinder there. Oh man, that's brutal. Absolutely brutal. Loses absolutely everything over here, as you can tell by this little forest of gravestones. Yeah, now it's just Snoxtar's map. Snoxtar can do as he pleases on the map. Weird little, oh wow, it's a cool little mag drop by MSRM, cleaning up the double Therium patch here. This dragon, though, is going to make quick work of all that. Yeah, Snoxtar with the dragon. MSRM down to 83 supply. This is not looking good! Nice catch on that Harbinger. But it's still... Yeah, it's just not enough. It's simply not enough at this point in the game. Superstone does drop, but again, it's... Felhogs are going to do their best, but there's the GG from MSRM. Snoxtar going into Game 4, up 2-1. GG's, guys. Hey guys, Frank here with game number 3 between MSRM and Snoxtar. We've got Snoxtar, there's MSRM on Jagged Maw. Now, one of the weird little quirks about this tournament was that Jagged Maw, while not a ladder map, is included in a lot of tournaments, interestingly enough. I think there's just a like a tournament rule. I almost said a gentleman's agreement, but it's not a gentleman's agreement. It's straight up a tournament rule, like thou shalt not Morph Core Rush if you're Celestial through the middle of the map. Oh, a couple of fiends here saying go away, Hexen. Hexen goes away. This Hexen just nibbling away at the shrine, I guess. You know, I'm sure someone can do the math to see how long it would take for a you know, 6 damage every 1.3 seconds. How long it would take to kill a shrine with that. But I'm not actually curious enough to find out myself. Oh no! Cheeky little oh no, is he gonna grab the other one too? He is. Oh, MSRM. MSRM! Just completely invalidating Snoxtar's Skulls of Cheddar there. Yeah, you gotta get the imps to fight as well. Oh no, that Hexen's taking quite a bit of damage, but won't really matter once he, if he can chill on the health camp for a little while, which I would recommend, but what do I know? I'm just a guy with chicken memes. Alright, meanwhile down at the bottom, yeah, his shrine is finished up. How's his saturation looking, though? Not completely saturated yet, but holy Therium. I think he wants some Therium. You know, that's one thing I haven't paid attention to yet. Truthfully, keep it a secret, chat, but I know there's a certain order that you assign imps to either Luminite or Therium. Like, it's not just like all Luminite and then you start filling up Therium, because you still need Therium to build gaunts and stuff, but here's a secret. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the order is that you're supposed to put imps on the different resources. I just guess every game. Not the Greater Jerboa. No, that wasn't even a splash attack. You monster. MSRM. You're uninvited to my birthday party. Alright, they have a little show, a little standoff here. and they decided not to go for it. Who was it? Which game was I watching where someone like built a shroud stone right here, and they were fighting this this camp, and they kept on sacrificing gaunts to it because they didn't they never brought enough supply to actually kill off the siege camp. God, I love that name. The Skull Squisher is fantastic. Anyway, msrm's doing his best to be super annoying on the map. Speaking of annoying, Snoxtar with a bunch of fiends up here can, I mean, they can only spell trouble for these gaunts. These gaunts are gonna have to hug up right against the whoa. That's not part of the shrine, I think, right? Or is that just a marker to indicate like where you want to build? No, I don't see it down here. That's a, I don't know what that is. Anyway, a couple of fiends just chilling out, being threatening? Question mark. And the rest of msrm's army is gonna go back home. Yeah, I don't think either of these armies are big enough to take the siege camps without. Oh no. They got a single imp, and that might be it for their usefulness. The new effect on the gaunts is interesting in that so we've seen the teasers from Alan Dilling that the gaunts are gonna kind of morph quite a bit into like these centaur looking. Whoa! I'm missing a drop. I'm missing a gaunt drop in the main of msrm. And how many workers did he get? Alright, so we still see 9 imps over here. But it looks like his therium line was completely cleared out. Alright. So 2 workers go back to therium mining. Not that it impacted his therium all that much. He's still making a ton from this double therium mine over here. Let's see, do we have anything? Okay. Reaper Rush coming down on the Ritual Chamber for Snoxtar. What is... Okay, Hellforge. I think that's his first Hellforge, right? I don't know. I don't think he wants to build a second one this game. No, I guess not. And let's see if he's got fully upgraded gaunts. Nope, just Plague Axes on his gaunts. But that's fine. It's fine. Oh. Well, I don't know what happened. Looks like they both left the game. I don't know if they I think they did remake. We've got another replay here, so they must have had to remake the game. Alright, well I guess that'll do it for this game. On to the remake. Alright guys, here we are with Game 3, Part 2 of the semifinals for between msrm and Snoxtar and IvI. And yeah, I don't know what happened last game that caused them both to leave. I don't know if the game crashed, if there was a server issue or a network issue or a ping issue. Not really sure, but doesn't matter. Here we are. This is the actual replay that finishes, and I know that because I keep track of my replays. That's about it. That's how I know. I'm something of a knower myself. Alright, pretty stock standard stuff. Clown Cave and a vault. Clown Cave and a vault. Oh, but this Hexen's actually wanting to do some damage to the imps. Poor little impy boy didn't do nothing. Alright, now we're just chilling. We could deploy some smooth jazz, I guess, if we wanted to, while we're waiting for both of these players to macro up a little bit. You know what? I'm going to do something that I don't typically do for YouTube videos, and I'm going to use one of these. Maybe a little bit of that. Perhaps one of those. And then we can actually get into, there we go. Now we're at the part where they're, like, taking creep camps. It's little things, you know? You got to appreciate what little... You got to use the functionality in the replay UI to its utmost, you know? Make hay while the sun shines. Something about gathering rosebuds. Whoa! Poor Brute taking a little bit of a swipe there from the telegraphed attack from those Shadow Mastiffs. Oh, and he pops the Brute? I don't know what that was about. Is he gonna try and do like a very fast run by? And catch something there? I don't know. This is interesting though. Why is he sending these fiends out so quickly? Oh no, but a brute's gonna catch all of this, or are the fiends gonna catch the brute? They just about surround it. No! Oh, and he didn't manually split, so they come out with no white health. Having that white health would be quite helpful. Yeah, but the gaunts are here. Oh, boop. That was kind of fun to watch. Yeah, the fiend surprise is kind of over there. We wasted the good surprise on you. Alright, these two, Snoxtar's two fiends over here are going to see the Ethereum camp being taken, but they're like, you know what? They're busy over there. I can afford to take this vision camp. They know it won't last, though, which is okay. Whoa. There we go. Alright, keeps one fiend down here. Oh, you know what? I think the fiend might have, like, run over the, might have run over this little part of the camp. So when, like, he got an alert saying, capture point contested, or something like that, he got an alert for it. Oh, no, more fiends being annoying, but MSRMs are not going to penetrate as deeply as Snoxtars did into the various tech structures. They are going to, at least temporarily, take this health camp. Uh-oh. Yeah, the Magdon's saying, stompy, stompy, come on. Let's have a little tickle fight. But the fiends are like, no tickle fight. And they go hang out next to this cabbage. Finally, the cabbages have green blood. As everyone knows they should have. Needs two more. There we go. Now we're ready for a gaunt drop. He's gonna go straight for it. I don't know when I thought that, Whoa, speaking of gaunt drops. Yeah, good luck with that one. They say hi to each other. Oh. Oh, and it's infested. Oh, a couple of shadow flyers out now. Wait, is that one dead? That must be dead. It doesn't have any team colors. It died, but it, like, the model is still there. That's interesting. The model without any team colors actually, like, I don't want to say it looks good, but it looks very, like, without team colors it looks kind of silly, but it still looks kind of like cinematically good. Like, that's like, it's kind of a weird, slick, fleshy, flappy boy kind of thing. All right, now are you actually going to drop? Or what's the plan here? You've got all these gaunts ready to roll. Or are you just going to keep... Oh, he might just keep it there and wait for an attack to come in. And then once it does, you might just drop into the main here and clean up. That would be my guess. Alright, Ritual Chamber over here. I suspect he's already got Reaper's Rush done. Let's double check. Magadon. Yeah. Alright, Snoxtar's already got Reaper's Rush done. It's Mixu that's catching up a little bit here. Whoa, MSRM. What you doing there, dude? Oh no! Oh, completely full. Oh no, he did manage to unload. Did he? It looked like it was still, yeah, it was still airborne when it got taken out. That's a bummer. Alright, so Snoxtar's Harbinger teleports home. And we're kind of back to this, like, there's no surprises in waiting behind anyone's backline there. Oh. A couple of Shadow Flyers coming out for revenge. These Gaunts, though, are doing a bit of a number. Just two Gaunts posing quite the threat to these little Shadow Flyers that are just squeaking on by. And we're seeing a much tankier, much beefier Snoxtar army here at the Vision Ethereum 1-2 combo. It's like the combination Burger King, Pizza Hut that you see at some gas stations. The way the heat, like the little heat lines, the heat distortion from the shimmers off the effigies, that's another thing that I really appreciate. Looks quite good. Yeah, and both players are just happy to kind of like chill on their own side of the map, and they're both just, they're floating so much Therium. Chat, I'm getting an update here. For all those, oh no, nice connection on that Nightfall Infestation. Now everything's trapped, but it's going to be Battle of the Stompy Boys. Snoxtar stomps second, so his is going to last a little bit longer. He's going to be able to shove around those Magmadons a little bit more, and there we go. More Magmas coming around, but we don't see the, oh no, yeah, we do see Demon Hoof Tremors. So all the Mags that got taken out turned into Fiends, and the Fiends are going to be able to successfully harass, well, really, just about everything. Back to the, back to msrm's half of the map here. Hellborn staying on the high ground, out of danger, and it's just the, yeah, the battle of the Magmadons here. Snoxtar vastly outnumbering msrm's Magmadons, but, it's going to retreat. And we see some Shadow Flyers as well. I'm not sure what for. It's not as if we see a whole lot of, I don't see a whole lot of air units out here for... Oh, we do see Molten Touch, though. Does Molten Touch take care of the Shadow Flyer? Yeah, it does. And to spawn a Fiend. No way. So if these Shadow Flyers leave, that Fiend's going to start taking the camp. That was cute. Alright, nothing too fancy going on here, just Snoxtar taking a health camp. Oh my gosh, and he captures it! Capture point. Captured. I don't think there's a notification, actually, for when you actually get a capture point. It's just like, alright, there's no happy little, like when Mario gets the mushroom, the do-do-do-do, anything like that. It's just, you got it, okay. But boy, you better cover your eardrums if that capture point's getting contested or if you lose it. Capture point lost. Capture point contested. They need the guy that does the Halo voice lines to do that. Alright, yeah, these Magmadons just making absolute mincemeat out of the Fiends here. I think at this point, with the amount of AoE that msrm has, Fiends are something that you would almost want to bring in second. Like, let the Magmadons go in first so that they're the ones getting targeted, and then use the Fiends to flank around the back and start getting the Hellborn. Speaking of flanks, here comes Snoxtar. Round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Again, it's the Stomping Festival. Whole lot of... Man, all these Hellborn coming out, too. A single Spriggan's causing trouble, and he gets... That's all. He ate so many Hellborn shot. What Hellborns? What happened to you? But the I guess they were just a distraction for Snoxtar's Magmadons to come forward and start taking out these Hellborn. They're so expensive. Shadow Flyers are coming forward, and they are starting to do a little bit of damage to these Spriggans, but I think it's not going to be enough. Now the Spriggans doing bonus damage against the Magmadons is going to be absolutely fantastic. None of these Magmadons are on Shroud, so they're not going to be regenerating any of this white health. And now Snoxtar's big bad dragon is out on the map. He's going to be taking out basically everything from the skies. Yeah, the Hellborn are just too squishy to really take too many shots from the dragon. And the Magmadons don't shoot up, last I checked. So this dragon's going to be a huge game changer here. And now it's Snoxtar leading by about 50 supply-ish. Oh no, but the Spriggans are out, and the Spriggans are going to say, hey, nice dragon, be a real shame if it got slowed into the absolute Shadow Realm. Yeah, but I think this dragon is almost one-shotting these Spriggans. Ooh, lordy. Ooh, lordy. That got my heart pumping a little bit. Chad, I think that counts as cardio, right? My watch might start beeping at me here pretty soon. Yeah, I know the green blood color. They all bleed jello. Who was it that said? Yeah, I actually don't mind it for infernal units. Like, if they're like, just for now, they're the plague faction more or less. Like they're all kind of plague themed. Kind of fits that they have like green blood. It's okay. There we go. Here's msrm's dragon. Now it's a battle. Yeah, battle of infest. Everything gets infested. You get infested. Oh, cancel, cancel. Oh, gets killed, not canceled. Let's see here. I think is this dragon on dragon violence? Not quite. Oh man, that I forget what that's called when he gobbles up the. Oh, that was a lot of damage done by some shadow flies onto this dragon. I forget what it's called when the dragons like gobble up the infestation from nearby units to regenerate white health. Oh no. Yeah, that dragon's gonna get chased off. The main is basically toast. Oh no. Yeah, this is it. This is it, lads. Yep. Rest in Pepsi. GG's. Snoxtar goes up 2-1 in this semifinals best of 5.